Welcome back. Now, this year, around 40,000 Irish people will be diagnosed with cancer in Ireland. And today, on World Cancer Day, we're celebrating the lives of cancer survivors whilst remembering those who have sadly passed away.
Joining us now to tell her story is cancer survivor Amy Mahon, alongside specialist cancer nurse Naomi Fitzgibbon. Good morning to you both.
Morning, ladies.
Morning. Thank you for joining us. Amy, we're going to come to you first, and maybe you can take us back to the moment that nobody ever wants to think is going to happen to them. You're diagnosed in 2012?
Yeah, August 2012, I was given my diagnosis.
Okay.
Yeah. And had you been unwell or...?
No. I had a lump on my neck. I had it for 2 years. I did get it checked out in 2010, but it wasn't biopsied or anything, and I just got on with my life. And it's only then on a night out in 2012 somebody actually commented on it. And I had forgotten about that lump. I know that sounds bizarre, but I put my makeup on it. It was just part of who I was. I never thought anything. It's only then when somebody commented on it that I kind of thought, oh God, yeah, maybe I should get it checked out. Which I did, obviously went, and I had a scan and biopsy. And then I received the news that, again, nobody ever expects to hear. At 29, I definitely wasn't expecting to hear that I had thyroid cancer. It had spread to my lymph nodes in my neck. And a lot of what was said that night, I kind of blocked out. I kind of didn't process it, even to the point that I was given a surgery date. And I was like, oh, no, sorry, I can't come in then. My son's birthday party, and he's starting primary school. No, sorry, I'm not available. To a surgeon looking at me as if to say,
don't realise the extent of it.
Never. It never crossed my mind, because I think I wasn't expecting that, to hear it, first of all, because in your head, when you hear somebody has cancer, you expect them to be losing weight and be unwell. That wasn't the case with me whatsoever. I wouldn't have expected
You're a
that.
busy mum. It was business as usual.
Yeah, working, busy mum, getting on with life, looking after my son, raising him as best as I could, so definitely wasn't expecting it.
And you often hear that story, don't you, when family are told bad news and they come home, they leave the situation, and they come home and they try and remember the details. It's impossible to remember the details, because it's like someone's mouth is opening but you're not actually hearing anything.
Yeah, because my mum was with me that night, and even she took it in, but she, at the time when he said a tumour, my mum said, oh, was it benign? And he was like, no, it's malignant, it's very malignant. It had spread to my lymph nodes on the side of my neck. And after that, that was it. I was blacked out. She took it in, but she still didn't take everything in either, because you don't expect as a parent to sit and hear your 29-year-old daughter being told that she had thyroid cancer. So.
And what form did the therapy take then? And what was that journey like then through the therapy?
So I then had to have my whole thyroid removed. So I had my whole thyroid, and my lymph nodes from behind my ear down onto my shoulder blade were completely removed. And then I was in hospital for 2 weeks after that. I went home and I recovered. Then to replace my thyroid, I'm on a medication called L-Troxin. So I was on a dosage of that, but then had to completely come off it for 2 months to prepare for my treatment. And I had to also go on, it's called a low iodine diet, which is the most horrendous thing in the world. And anybody to go through, I had to eat certain foods, I couldn't do this. When you don't have that medication, your body slowly starts to shut itself down. You don't produce heat. It's horrendous. And then I had to go for radioactive iodine in December in St. Luke's. So you're given 2 little tablets. They're radioactive tablets. You're put in a room. You're not allowed any human contact for 5 full days.
5 full days as a mother.
As a mother. And then when I went home for another 10 days after that, my son couldn't hug or kiss. We couldn't give each other hugs or kisses. And it was Christmas morning. And that was very, very tough. But then that's because I had to protect him. Because if I kissed him and an ounce of my saliva got into his and broke down...
But of course, he doesn't understand that you're not doing it to
doesn't.
protect
Like, all he kept saying to my parents, because they took over the care of him, was, I've a crack in my belly, Granny. And that was his anxiety coming through.
God.
It was really, really tough. Yeah, really tough.
And how are you now, and how's he now?
I'm okay. He's good. He will still tell me that his biggest fear in life is that something's going to happen to me. He worries about that constantly. But I don't hide.
He's 10 now.
He's 10 now, yeah. He's 10. He's a big boy now, so...
You better give him a shout-out.
Hi, Danton. He'll be sitting at home now.
There he is. Look at that.
Oh, there he is. That's our first relay, actually, together.
There you
go. He really is. He's such an amazing kid. He never complains. There was days that I would be, when I eventually moved into my own place, that he would come home from school and I would be so tired and I'd fall asleep and he'd cover me with a blanket and just sit there and watch TV.
He's minding his mammy?
Minding mammy, yeah. He really is. And I think that's the thing about it that people forget is how it affects not just us as people
around
but
you.
everybody around you. And it really, really does.
Naomi, the key message here really is early detection, isn't it? Because, as Amy said, you know, she wasn't unwell.
Absolutely.
Living a normal life, hard daily routine, you know, and it was someone who pointed something out to her. She said, oh, maybe I'll get it checked. Is that what we're trying to get across here? And it's not just, it's every form of cancer.
Absolutely, and that is really, really important. I mean, you just found a lump, and it is any lump, anything that's really not normal for you. So, and it's all about getting to know how you are normally, so that if you do find something that is not normal, a lump, a bump, a cough, bleeding, anything that is not part of our normal routines as we're growing older, it has to be checked out. And there's no... So a lot of people feel, well, I don't need to go and get that checked out. It's fine, I'll just leave it. Don't leave it. Get it checked out. And the sooner that you know that there's nothing wrong, the better. You know, 4 out of 10 cancers are preventable, and that's really, really important. So if we're looking at lifestyle and how we can reduce our risk of getting cancer. So there's things that there's nothing we can do about. You know, it's maybe in our genetics, and that's the way we are. But physical activity, not smoking, being really careful about your alcohol intake, and reporting any changes that are not normal for you, attending for the screening that's on offer as well. When we get to certain ages, we'll be invited for different screening. Go to those screening programs, take up the offer, they're free, and anything that's not normal.
And traditionally, we've kind of heard that men particularly are brutal at it.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, no, I'd be grand.
Yeah.
No, that's all right to go away. Are we getting any better at it?
The men are getting better, but like from an Irish Cancer Society point of view, we've had 45,000 inquiries last year from people, any concerns about cancer and people with cancer, and 60% of them are from women. So women are getting information on behalf of men as well. So women and men look for information in different ways. So it's just women are getting information, they're bringing it home to their partners, husbands, whoever it is. But it's really important that men as well look after their health, absolutely. Any kind of lumps, bumps, the same as women, you get it checked out, you don't leave it. And if you don't want to go to a female GP, go to a male GP.
Yeah.
You know, don't risk it by leaving it.
Amy made the point, Naomi, that you expect it to be really sore or your immune system to be breaking down or to have 5 different symptoms at once almost to have these warning lights going off.
Yeah.
But actually, as you say, a lump, a bump, a cough that is persistent.
Absolutely. Any lump that has changed, if there's a redness, if there's a soreness, and any bleeding from anywhere that is not normal, or any kind of an odour that you might realise that something doesn't smell right even.
Yeah.
Anything like that. And a lot of the time it's not a cancer, it's benign. But there is that chance when it is a cancer, and the sooner any intervention takes place, the sooner it's diagnosed.
And you'll never be upset that you got it checked out if someone said, no, that's absolutely fine. Because you leave with that peace of mind.
Of course
there,
you do.
you know, so there's only a positive...
We'll pop up all the details about the Relay for Life, because we're stuck for time. We really appreciate you coming in and telling us your story.
Very, very
Thank you
much.
very much for
well
your time.
done.
Thanking you so
Continued
much.
good health.